Hello and welcome back to Linda Z's Thursday morning. I'm Debbie, and today we are going to start a two-series program because I don't have enough time today to do what I want to do. So just wanted to show you the floor canvas class that we're going to be hosting at Linda Z's on May 16th or May 17th. So that'll be a Friday or a Saturday, all day at Linda Z's. We're going to be making floor canvas quilts. So the canvas that we use is from a company. I've got one right here in front of me. Just wanted to show you. It's one right here. So I was going to be quilting that and then showing you the binding in the next part of the series. So today we're going to be doing some quilting, and I just wanted to show you that. So May 16th or May 17th, if you're in the Chicago area and you can come and join us to come and make one of these floor canvas quilts, you will not regret it. We already had one of these classes a few months ago, and it was full, and people were trying to sign up as they were walking in the store because it looked so much fun, right? It's really a lot of fun. We mixed it up a little bit. This time you can choose whichever pattern you'd like to create. I have one here that's the sewing theme, but there are all kinds of different themes that we have kitted up, all ready to go. There's one with two pumpkins on it. There's one with a witch and a pumpkin. There's a rug that has a bunch of daisy flowers on it. There's one that has a flamingo. There's one that has a Santa Claus. And then we've got some of the canvases that are made with a football and one with a basketball. So you have one with the turf of the football turf and one with the basketball court and a big basketball on it. And then there are some of the canvases that we have by the yard, so it's on a bolt. You could actually create your own rug, and we have some lettering that we could sell you, and you could make some words on there, or you could create your own designs. You could be very creative and create your own applique, because this is all about appliquing canvases on top of the floor canvas rug quilt. And so we're going to let you guys all be making your own specific quilts in the room, and I'm just there to teach you how to do it. So in that class on May 16th or 17th. And so just thought I'd start today with because we've been on our Facebook Live, we've been showing this hanging in the hallway at Linda Z's, and it's been not finished yet, right? So it was just the top that was made, and I hadn't done the quilting part. And so basically I've got my sandwich ready. I've got my backing, my batting, and my top all put together now in a sandwich. And I use this handy dandy 501 temporary adhesive spray to temporarily hold it together while I'm going to be roughly quilting it. So basically I don't want to take away from all of the applique designs that are on here, because there's so many really ornate, like there's a really ornate pin cushion there at the corner, thread spools, excuse me, from Aurifil. Looks like that orange 50-weight Aurifil thread. I've got an iron and a rotary cutter here and scissors, and then a sewing machine in the middle. So I don't want to take away from those applique pieces too much. So I am going to probably just do straight line quilting in a graph, just like the graph that's behind in my background fabric. I'll do the same kind of quilting on this project. So I'm going to try and start in the middle, and I can bring this over to the machine. And look what this machine is here that I've got. I brought over a beautiful machine from the store. This one is the CM17 Janome. So it's the top of the line of Janome. Here, why don't I just show it really quick, because it's so beautiful, this machine. It's a gorgeous large. We almost call it the SpaceX of sewing, or we don't almost, we call it the SpaceX of sewing. It's so big. You could launch a rocket ship off of it. It's so large. This embroidery unit can still remain attached while we're sewing, and today we are just going to be doing a straight stitch quilting technique, and I've put on a walking foot with a center guide onto the machine. I've got it set up as a straight stitch, and I've lengthened my stitch to about a 3, just so that it's a little bit larger. I like my stitching to show, especially when it's just a simple straight line grid type quilting that I'm going to be doing with this project. So I just increased it to 3. I'm going to see if that's long enough to pop for me. And on my the thread choices that I made is a glide spool up here, and I've got the linen color. I just love this linen because you'll see it's just going to blend right in to the quilt. And I've got it in the bobbin as well. So it's just going to be that faint, cloudy linen color going across in the grid quilting lines across the quilt. And then next week, what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to do the binding, right? So we're gonna just look at some of the lines of the quilting, and I am going to start, like I said, in the center. So I'll bring this over here under the machine. The reason I'm starting in the center is because I don't want the top to shift too much. So if I were to start on the end, the chances are the top could shift too much as I'm going along. And this is a really long project. It's a long hallway rug. Basically, this one's going to be for a hallway. And so, well, we've been hanging it at the store, but if it's really going to be used for its purpose, it's for a hallway. And so I'm gonna look at the center of the sewing machine here, and I'm just gonna stitch right down the center. And then I'm gonna work my way out to one side, and then I'm gonna work my way out to the other side after that. So basically that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's start by bringing our needle down. And then we can, so it's a little bit large, I'm just gonna actually accordion pleat this guy a little bit. So I'm just gonna go across this and I'll check out, before I get into it too far, I'm gonna check out how the stitch looks. And to me, that looks really good at 3.0, my stitch length. So I'm gonna keep that one, and I'm just gonna go right across. I'm eyeballing this. Normally I would like to have, normally I would have liked to measure. So I might just take this first line, and then I might just measure from there and go like 3 inches on either side. What's nice about this fabric in my background is that the lines are already there that I can actually watch. Okay, so let's scissor cut that guy, and then we can take that and we can just go. And you know what? What's really good, and it's something I wanted to show you too, is that you can take a marking pen or a chalk or something like that. I've got these no, that's water erase. I have an air erase around here somewhere too. There's my air erasing pen. So I can take my marker, and I could have done this before I came over to the machine, but I can take the line that I just created, and I can, with my ruler, which is very handy in this case, I can take it and I can make a line going down, and I can make these lines every time. So this actually does go away, this marking, after not too long. So that's why I want to just do one line at a time here. So what's nice about these machines with these big tables, the big trays, is that it does support it well. I'm actually standing and sewing here. And in our classroom, we have the ability to stand and sew also, which is very convenient. Because if you can lift up your project and just hold it like this, it's really, really nice to be able to guide that seam then all the way, that stitch line all the way down to the end of each line. Okay, so then I can take that line and measure my next one 3 inches over. And then I'm just gonna follow that next line quite simply. And so this is the process of quilting. And I feel like I'm in a rush, but it's true that in the class, when we will be doing this, we will be having music, and we'll be laughing, and it's just a lot of fun to hang out with everyone for the whole day and do the projects. Okay, so that's my third line. And so you can see I'm just going to be doing this all the way across the quilt. So what we can do is we can, and then once I've done that, I've gone all the way across the one side and all the way across the other side, I'm going to actually shift it and take it down the center of lengthwise, right? And then do the same thing every 3 inches going right and left lengthwise. So, and that's what the quilting is about. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on this, and then we're going to come back, and next week we're going to work on that binding. So like I said, it's just the marking every 3 inches. I'm just going across, and with an air erasable marker. That will go away after just a few minutes. That air erasable marker lines, those go away, which is great. And then so you can't see that I missed the line or anything like that. I wanted to talk about one last thing that that we were just coming up with another class that Diane is going to be teaching, and it's called Fall in Love Cardigan, and it's made by Sew to Grow. So we're getting a hold of this pattern, and then we're going to be teaching this cardigan on our knits at the store. So we are excited to bring that back because we've taught this class in the store in the past, and people have really loved the versatility of this Fall in Love cardigan. So I just wanted to let you know that if you're in the area of Lynn's disease and you'd like to take this class, I'm actually going to be there because I'm going to make one for myself, and Diane's going to be teaching it. And so just thought I would put a plug in for this lovely cardigan that you can make in either knit or all different kinds of knits. So you know, we are thrilled to bring that back. So it's really simple, actually, and we will have sergers in the room. If you don't own a serger, you can actually try a serger out. But the instructions for this Fall in Love cardigan actually call for a sewing machine and just the zigzags and the lightning stitches, because you know, with knits, when you're stretching the knits, you don't want that stitch line to break if it's just a straight stitch. And so I'm excited about that. Hope you are too. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for part 2 of this series.